Welcome everyone to Fate Extra. As I said, this is a sub-goal game. Chat met the sub-goals, so let's get in. If you've ever wondered why Nero is popular, this might be the playthrough. I'm gonna ask chat who they want me to play, but I have a feeling they're a little biased there. Normal mode. Easy mode. So the only difference between these is easy mode has a bunch of full heal things in the middle of dungeons and stuff, and normal mode does not. That's about the only difference, if I recall correctly. So, I don't know. This game's a little hard, guys. I don't know if we can do it. Alright, normal mode, let's go. Hey, easy mode, though. Warning, there are a number of dead ends and potentially fatal choices in this game. The story in this game is a work of fiction and resemblance to a real person or location is purely coincidental. Warning. By the way, how's the sound, guys? Not too loud, not too quiet so far? It is a bright, sunny morning. The air is filled with the joyful laughter of students. There's more activity than normal in front of the school gate. A crowd is forming as students are being called over. I wonder what's going on. When I peer into the center of the hubbub, I see my friend and student council president, Issei Ryudo. Here's the music. Good morning! Lovely weather we're having, don't you think? By the way, there's no voice acting in this game. You're gonna have to deal with my voice the whole time. Why do you look so surprised? We announced at last week's assembly that this month the student council would strictly enforce school rules. I've been tasked with performing inspections to ensure students are in compliance with the school rules. Now, it goes without saying that everyone is subject to inspections, even old friends. Now then, uniform inspection time. Collar, check. Pants, check. Your socks, check. Penis, check. Next to the contents of your bag. Notebook, textbooks, pencil box, thin books, not even a whiff of contraband. Your nails are evenly cut and your haircut is sensible. Indeed, quite remarkable. You're a model Tsukimihara Academy student. Someone like you ought to consider a future in student government. You'd be perfect for it. Oh, but I'd never try to coerce you into joining the student council. We aren't like that. Now then, off to your classroom. Enjoy your day. Before I can reply, Mr. Diligent Student Council President is on to the next student's inspection. Hungry for gossip on their way to their classrooms, the students jabber about the inspections. Things are always so gently bustling in the morning. Another peaceful beginning to another peaceful day. Press triangle while on campus to open the system menu. Here you can save game and shit. Look how fast we are, zooming. Let me see, message speed fast please, thank you. Event voices on. Background 10. Camera controls inverted. Normal please, thank you. Bro, wow. Welcome and enjoy your stay at Tsukimihara Academy. Just wanted to try saying that once, just to see how corny it would sound. If you continue right, you'll find the archery range, but you should head for the school building now. Your classroom's on the second floor, right? If you don't get to your classroom soon, you'll incite Taiga's wrath. Alright, chat, is the volume still good on the music and everything? I just want to be sure. I got this weird feeling I'm forgetting something. I just can't think of what it might be. Man, I must have a hole in my head. Maybe if I head back to my classroom. Seems good? Alright. Let's head back to the classroom. Oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom before homeroom starts. My eyes are starting to float. I don't think that's the only thing that's going to be floating. All right, we're on the second floor for our classroom. We better head to the classroom. Our classroom? 2A ring a bell? Thanks, I'm an amnesiac. I don't know anything. The library. This is the library. There are weird mechanical noises coming from inside. I check it out, but the door's locked. Let me inside the Toshokan. From the librarian about exams. The library will be closed for the duration of exams. During the closure, the shelves will be reorganized and the much-requested PCs added. Stop by after your exams. We're getting PCs, chat! Hell yeah! It's like a reskin of P4. Well, this is a PSP game. In case you're wondering. Chimes raise curtains on humble days. Precious as a handful of gold dust. L the L. As I enter class, I see Mato with a bunch of girls. Why he's so popular is a mystery. Speak up a little, the music's a little loud for you. It's a little early for so much abuse, but as it's Shinji Mato, it can't be helped. His arrogance is almost palatable. I don't know what he's saying, but it makes all the girls squeal with joy. Actually, let me rephrase. His popularity isn't so much mysterious as it is unnatural. Yeah, I'll lower the background music a bit and see if that helps with the voice volume. I was just doing a little math tutoring. This stuff is beyond easy. For me, anyway. Wait a sec. Hey, Mato, isn't the answer to this question totally wrong in every way? What the? I'm the one who solved that. There's no way it could be wrong. But look at this. Since when did 2 + 2 = 5? I'd never make such a stupid mistake. It's all your fault. You're the idiots here, not me. As Shinji raises his voice, the girls all panic and run back to their desks. I hate dealing with the proletariat, especially when they think they're my equal. It's really pathetic that these worms don't know their place. That's why I like you so much. Even though you're boring, you know not to steal my thunder. You're the ultimate sidekick. Shinji flashes me a smile. It's weird how I never take offense at the way he talks to me. By some strange twist of fate, Shinji Mato and I are friends. How we became friends was... I can't quite remember how it happened. I want to say we met in spring sometime. The bell for class rings as I try to recollect. What does he call them in Japanese? I don't know, I've never played this game in Japanese. And who should fly through the door but our homeroom teacher, Fujimura Sensei. I made it! Good morning, everyone! Ah! And... thud. Fujimura Sensei trips, falling painfully onto the floor. As she lands, her head strikes the corner of the platform at the front of the classroom. The class goes dead silent. Every student's attention is focused on the same thing. The pulling blood. Again, how does she manage to trip in the same place every time? Listen, you, this isn't the time to be making stupid jokes. You're right, she's not really moving. Did she get knocked out or something? A few brave students get out of their seats and crowd around the still comatose Fujimura. Hey, Fujimura-sensei? Fujimura-sensei, are you okay? Huh? What's wrong, everyone? Hey, class is about to start, so get back to your seats pronto! Fujimura-sensei jumps to her feet as if nothing had happened. It's almost as if the memory of her sudden and violent trip to the floor was totally erased. As this happens all the time, no one seems to notice or care enough to say anything. No one gives a thought to how odd it is for this to happen every single day. Midday. The scene playing out before me seems to never change from day to day. The same exact lessons, the exact same subject, the exact same content. Deja vu. Today we're going to study the biography of Dr. Peaceman, the talented physician who... Fujimura Sensei is conducting class today the same way she does every day. You may not know, but when I was young, an unknown pathogen was the cause of a serious epidemic. In fact, outbreaks were common, but now most illnesses are cured using nano thingy-majigs. And FYI, I'm still young. This will be on the test, so be sure you don't forget it. I mean it. Her ensuing laughter stopped short at her eyes, which seemed deadly serious. Just as everyone is about to call Fujimura Sensei out, the bell signaling the end of class rings. Alright, that's all for today. Be sure to study hard tonight, and don't forget those important points I told you about. Fujimura Sensei is still young. Alright. We'll keep that in mind. While today's class wasn't all that boring, it is a relief when the bell rings. As the bell signaling the end of the day sounds, students begin to break off into small groups. Thank God that's over. I was getting sick of all the busy work. Being a student sucks. The worst part of the whole deal is having to attend these stupid classes. You're still here? Oh, that's unusual. You don't have any plans, like a date or something? I'm just messing with you. I know you're way too big of a nerd to ever get a date. I mean, you're just going to your dork club. The journalism club, right? Well, seeing as you're as boring as stale white bread, your life is exactly as it should be. You know exactly what your role in life is, and you stay there. Well, catch you later. See you in class tomorrow. It's sad when everything Shinji says is true. Alright, we're gonna lower the background music to this, and hopefully the voices aren't tied to background music for when they play. Spin! Hello. Hey, the editor-in-chief of the journalism club is calling a general meeting. You'd better go. I guess the journalism club's been busy. I mean, with all the weird stuff happening. Weird stuff? Recently, a lot of students have been getting hurt. Rumor is that there's a slasher on campus. Seems kind of pathetic to just head straight home after school. I should join a club. To join the dick riding club? Got him. I hate wearing uniforms. I should have gone somewhere that lets you wear regular clothes. What? I'd kill to be able to wear the black uniform of a student council like you. Yeah, this tan outfit sucks. This color's terrible. Guys always bolt when it's time to clean. The lies they tell to get out of helping are pathetic. One of my desk legs is shorter than the others and it keeps shifting around. Oh my god, this is driving me insane. The OCD! Piss-colored uniforms. No, they're gold! Gold! Hey, what's going on? More drama? The school newspaper's been so busy these days. There's a lot of weird rumors to check out. Alright, where's our editor-in-chief? There she is. Look who's here! It's the newspaper club's ace. Gotten any leads? Eh? Did you forget? You have to write an Unsolved Mysteries of Tsukimihara article. Come on, I told you yesterday. There isn't very much time left before the deadline. Well, whatever, your work's always good, so I'll leave this in your capable hands. Geez, my benevolence is like a Black Panther running around. Yes, that doesn't make any sense. So that's that. I've done some of the investigating, it's your job to do the rest. Don't look so surprised, there's a method to my madness. Okay, so about the first preview edition, the one called Gateway to the Paranormal? Just listen, there's supposedly an entrance to the spirit world at the rear of the archery range. One time, a male student who got bullied a lot was told to pick up trash there, and then vanished. Everyone's totally convinced that there's paranormal activity going on back there. Isn't that scary? I mean, ridiculous? Anyway, go sniff out the truth. Leave no stone unturned. Your nose and eyes are the tools of the trade for a journalist, got it? I like Editor-in-Chief, she's cute. You're the mysterious one. Your reply should be, yes, ma'am. All right, now hop to it. Everyone's cool about a missing child? Possibly one of those things where they've been missing for like 2 days and they're just homesick. All right, we gotta head to the archery range. That's outside. Out of the blue, a feeling that something was moving behind the door overcame me. As a rule, students aren't allowed inside of the supply room. It might just be a rat or something. For some unknown reason, I find my eyes drawn to the door of the supply room when the door is suddenly and violently thrown open. Without warning, a man appears from out of the shadows. By the way, how's the voice volume? Is it good when it comes up, chat? Should I raise it a little bit? Maybe? Alright, a man appears from the shadows. Yep, raise it a bit? Alright. I raised general volume a little bit. There we go. Dressed in black with a dour expression, the person in question is very intimidating. It's Snape. He's here to simp for someone. But that sense of intimidation is immediately replaced with extreme discomfort and unease. A sudden, overwhelming sense of danger gives me goosebumps all over my body. His cold, blank stare sends chills down my spine, as though he's marking me for death. For some reason, it feels as if he is deciding whether to break my neck or skin me alive. He begins to mutter under his breath while at the same time he reaches out with his right hand. The chills running down my spine gain intensity as waves of nausea and vertigo wash over me. I feel like a rabbit watching a wolf draw near. Maybe this isn't just raw terror. I think he's holding something that's making me feel this way. The note of disgust in his voice is obvious as he slowly lowers his hand. The paralysis that seemed to take hold of me suddenly fades away. The man continues to look down on me with those dead eyes of his. The campus is about to close. If you have nothing else to do, I advise you to go home now. Yup, that's definitely a teacher's outfit. The man who introduces himself as Kuzuki Sensei turns and heads back into the supply room. With that, the final bell begins to chime, signaling the end of the school day. Everything begins to progress as normal. as if nothing out of the ordinary had happened. But I'm still sore and slicked with sweat, an all too real reminder of what happened. Wonderful. We now have a teacher with obvious murderous intent teaching at our school. Sore and slick with sweat after encountering Sensei. Up here we go. Oi, Sakura!
Oh, it's you, Nissan.
I heard that you've been skipping out on the archery club's morning practices lately. Why haven't you been showing up? And where do you get off taking a break without my say-so? You bit... I get it now. You've been going to their house again, haven't you?
Yes, I've been going there, but I just wanted to help and...
Let me guess, you felt you were obligated to, right? Jeez, why must you be so damn naive? And wait a sec, what was that just now? Anyway, if someone gets hurt, just leave them to suffer. Just do what I tell you to and things will be a-okay. I mean, it seems like people get some kind of perverse thrill from getting in my way. To force one of my dear little sister to miss valuable practice time.
That's not how it was at all. I wasn't forced to do anything. I wanted to help. Why don't you... Why is it so wrong to help those who need it?
Isn't it only fools in the weak who manage to get themselves hurt somehow? And why help anybody out? Will that person ever pay you back or help in return? Of course they won't. And if you think otherwise, you're an idiot. I'm not going to be used by anyone. It's better to treat others as cattle. And isn't it time for you to admit to feeling the same way?
But for me, that option...
Oh, stop right there. I don't care what you have to say. Just stop going to that house, Sakura. Got it?
Oh, I mean, hi. Can I help you with anything? If you ever start feeling unwell, please come by the nurse's office.
I just thought you might like to see that Shinji is still an asshole. That's an optional missable scene. You can just jet right by. Cut your hair, Sakura? No, grow it longer. Shinji's an asshole? No way! To the archery range. Sup, Taiga?
You've caught me in the middle of cleaning. Those archery club kids don't even unstring their bows. The worst is when they leave their arrows stuck in the target mound. I usually make those kids do it, but there's no club activities leading up to exams, so I'm doing it.
Eh? An entrance to the spirit world?
Well, that's just a rumor. It's not real. Exams are right around the corner, so don't waste your time on stuff like that. Go home. Go on. Shoot. Shoot.
What appears in the archery range isn't an entrance to the spirit world, but it's Fujimura Sensei. Well, I can't say I'm surprised she's behind one of Tsukimihara's mysteries. It's fitting. I'll report this tomorrow, so I can go home now if I want. Let's go home. Save progress. Taiga is one of the school's 7 mysteries. Humble days as precious as gold dust. Where are the buyers? Dawn of the second day. As I walk into class, the girls that normally flock around Shinji Mato aren't there. Shinji seems to be in a bad mood today. His usual posse of girls is keeping their distance. I'll ask him if something happened. Huh? Like I'd tell you if anything happened to me. Which it didn't. Nothing happened at all. Hey, you know that Ice Queen Rin Tosaka? She thinks she's so much better than everyone else. At first I thought that she would be the only one who understood how lonely it is at the top. I tried talking to her yesterday, but I got nowhere. Maybe I just intimidate her or something. I might have lost a few points for getting violent, but girls who talk back to me get slapped. I'd never hook up with such a violent, stuck-up bitch like that, no matter how hot she is. Ah, what a waste. She'd be perfect if she'd just keep her mouth shut. You agree with me, right? Right? Looks like there's some tension between Shinji and Rin Tosaka. Knowing Shinji, he probably hit on her and got shot down. And why'd she take a shot at me? I thought she was going to spinning star kick me next. He continues to wind under his breath. I can only imagine how sleazy Shinji was being with her. Normally, his super aggressive approach works, but obviously it didn't with Rin. Life's more interesting when it's got little shakeups like this. As if right on cue, Fujimura-sensei barges into the classroom as the bell sounds. Whew, I made it. Good morning, everyone. All right, no one's absent, and since there are no announcements, let's just start homeroom. Ah! As soon as she turns to reach for the chalk, she trips and falls as she always does. As she falls, her fingernails drag across the blackboard with a horrifying sound. Ooh, that makes my skin crawl. And thus, another typically mundane day begins anew. Look, it's Chuni Sensei. He's here to teach us how to be like Sasuke. And though the Great War had finally come to an end, regional conflicts still persist. Despite the suffering of the previous generation, battles are still waged 30 years on. Standing behind the lectern today is the school's newest teacher, Kuzuki Sensei. Although he's supposed to be teaching math, his lessons seem to have gone off on a tangent. Now, instead of armies, attacks in ever greater numbers are being carried out by terrorists. And in an attempt to suppress these terrorist groups. With that, the bell signaling the end of classes sounds. And with the end of the day here, the tension in the classroom drops immediately. Alright, let's end here for today. Oh yeah, before I forget, there's an announcement from the student counselor. Recently, a rise in the number of slashing incidents has made the surrounding area dangerous. With that in mind, keep any detours to a minimum and head home as quickly as possible. Get home quickly? Good advice, but I still have to finish a few assignments for the journalism club. Why I'm so gung-ho about investigating the school's 7 wonders is a mystery even to me, but it seems important for some reason. I've got to turn in yesterday's report. Better go see the editor-in-chief this evening. Hey, guess what? I just passed this gorgeous girl on the stairs. Could she be a new student? Huh? I'm sure you're just talking about Rin Tosaka from Class B. Rin Tosaka? Never heard of her. You've really never heard of her? Pretty, athletic, smart, classy? Or a stuck-up Miss Perfect who all the guys adore and all the girls despise? It wouldn't be unrealistic to call Rin Tosaka the most popular girl in the whole school. Are you pulling my leg? Girl, you're so dense you probably wouldn't feel it if I pulled your leg anyway. I'm not dense. Much. But she wasn't wearing her school uniform. She was wearing red. How do you explain that? I don't know. I hadn't noticed. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. You would. Come on, let's hurry to our club. Yeah. The author is Kinoko Nasu. For Fate Extra, in case you're wondering. As for never hearing a teenager speak, this may come as a shock to you, but teenagers in Japan speak differently than teenagers in America. Crazy, I know. And some of it is based off of personal experience at the time.
Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? Umu. Interesting. So it was Taiga. Of course there's no entrance to the spirit world. Thanks to you, the article will be great. Are you ready for the next article assignment? The next unsolved mystery is... Yesterday, there was a girl dressed in red on the rooftop. Rumors about Little Red Rooftop are spreading. Go find out what this is all about. A journalist lets the news guide their feet, so to the rooftop.
Wow, a girl dressed in red. Who could that be? Such a mysterious possibility. Let's see, is there another event down here with Shinji and Sakura today? Nope, doesn't look like it. To the rooftop. I turned the doorknob and the metal door opened silently on its hinges. Or here's another very Japanese thing. Chad, have you ever been on the rooftop of your school? I'd bet not. As a rule, no one is allowed up on the roof, but I can see someone's elongated shadow. The vibrant colors set off by the setting of the sun is enough to take one's breath away. Under the now blood-red sky, a single girl looks out onto the town that's spread out below. Like a figure out of a painting, the girl seems to shine with the same red glow as the setting sun. Look, chat, it's the sexy Rin outfit where her butt crack is showing.
ここにいる人たちは今そう捉えているんでしょうね。確かにとっても綺麗な光景だわ。けどまるで生きていない。口当たりのいい世界。約束された退屈な平穏。くれていくだけの未来。ここはまるでカリカチュアね。趣味の悪いギガ。見るだけ。残すだけの記録に一体何の価値があるんだか。
I'm not quite sure if that last statement was supposed to express disgust or disappointment. As she finishes speaking, a faint smile forms on the girl's lips as she slowly turns in my direction. Her unwavering gaze makes it seem like she can see things hidden to others. Her eyes seem to shine with an intensity that rivals that of the fiery red of the evening sky.
あら？システムサイドから警告ってわけ？ご苦労様ね。え？違うの？じゃあ NPC？ 何の関係もない NPC が来るなんて。ってことは、やっぱりこの場所は外れだったのかしら。
Continuing to mumble quietly to herself, the girl quickly walks my way.
まあいいわ。人目もないし、試すにはちょうどいいし。ちょっとあなた、そこ動かないで。
Unexpectedly, her finger reaches out and touches my cheek.
ちょっと、何これ？システムサイドからのブロックってこと？なるほど。他人への接触干渉は予選の規定違反ってわけね。
Mumbling to herself, the girl disappears without a trace. It's like no one was ever there at all. She vanished. There or not, her form has been indelibly burned into my mind. Oh, you're still here. It's almost time to leave school. You should prepare to go home. What's wrong? You look a little pale. The sound of Issei's voice pulls me back to reality. I must look completely dazed and confused. Maybe I'm just tired, or... I'll speak with the editor-in-chief again tomorrow. In any case, I think the course of wisdom for now would be to go home like Issei says. Hold on. No, I should probably look around the campus a little more. If I want to leave, I should head out through the main gate. I want to double check something. Aha! He's here now. That's weird. Why won't it open? Huh? You haven't left yet? Wait, don't tell me. No, never mind. Losers like you shouldn't be on campus right now. Who knows, you might get whacked by that killer. Hey, don't say I didn't warn you. What are you up to, Shinji? Shut up! It won't mean anything to a nerd like you, but I? Wait, why am I explaining anything to you? Just get the hell out of here already. What? Just go home already. This is the nurse's office. I can feel the people inside, but I'm not quite sure how. Anyhow, the door won't budge. Yeah, what a great idea. Make the nurse's office impossible to enter. Maybe I should just go home now. Let's go home. Lens flare, that's right. Because my eyeballs are a camera. Auspicious star, such dazzling light, it drowns even the chime of bells. Dawn of the third day. I enter the classroom. Once again, Shinji Mato in the seat next to me has a full house. I'm telling you, you don't have any talent. Give up before you look like a retard. So you know what he said to that?
What'd he say? We're dying to know, tell us.
This wuss gets all boo-hoo, and he says, I'll keep practicing until I get better. I can at least get better than you who skips practice. Sorry, but I just gotta laugh. Anybody knows that you can't practice your way into being a genius. If he wants to practice something, he should practice not sounding like a tool. The guy's not a total maggot, but he's still trash that needs to find a garbage can. That moron. People just aren't created equal. Even people who are born above average can never reach the same heights as the naturally gifted.
You must be so talented if you don't need to practice, Mato-kun. I feel bad for that kid.
Look, trash can't help being trash. It should learn to stop dreaming about being something better. The bell rings. In response, the gaggle of girls shuffle off to their own seats. While we wait for the teacher to arrive, I get caught up on what Shinji said for some reason. Whether or not Shinji has innate talent, I think it's pretty clear that I'm a nobody. A nobody with no goals. I mean, when I try to even think about the future, I get overwhelmed. As long as I keep plodding along, someday I'll reach my totally average future. Yay. I mean, that's what happens to everyone, right? Are there actually people who break that pattern? How? I have no idea. For me, today's just another ordinary day. Big mood.
Good morning, everyone.
Nani? Suddenly, my heart accelerates, each beat painfully strong. It's as if my body is on high alert. I know it's not a reaction to Fujimura Sensei. No. What are you talking about? She hot?
Well, kids, this is a little out of the blue, but today I want to introduce you to a new friend.
It's Leo. Look at this dandy boy. It's him. That blonde boy is the one who's causing my body's fight or flight instincts to prickle.
Go on, Leo-kun. Introduce yourself. Huh? Well, Leo-kun.
By the way, I'm gonna add honorifics to every character. You can't stop me, chat. We're in Japan after all.
You'll be attending school with these people, so I'm sure they'd like to know who you are.
He steps forward and then in a louder voice says,
皆さん、僕の名はレオナルド・ビスタリオ・ハーウェイ。いずれ世界中の誰もが僕のことを知りますが、今はあなたたちの学友です。それでは皆さん、しばらくよろしくお願いします。
The classroom is silent. There aren't even any jabs at his eccentric manner of speaking, or any coos over how pretty he is. Instead, the entire classroom is enthralled by his regal bearing, entranced even. Shinji's words come to mind. This is what it means to be on a different level. None of us plebs could ever hope to reach the level that this new kid lives on. It's not overextending to call his very existence transfixing. Like deer in headlights, we're immobilized by a presence of far brighter than our own. His natural place is above us, looking down as our king. How the hell did someone like him end up here? It must be a mistake.
Anyway, everyone, please make Leo-kun feel welcome. So then, Leo-kun, if you would please take a seat. It looks like the third seat in the second row from the right is open. Will that be okay? Leo-kun? Ah, you're addressing me. I see no reason to allow you to call me Leo, as it didn't feel awkward to hear it from you. If you have the chance, I'd very much like for a delightful woman like you to visit my country.
Hitting on the teacher on the first day. Leo's a Chad.
Hey, jeez, don't joke with your teacher. Now to your seat, Leo-kun. I won't smack you since, well, it was flattering of you to say that. Of course, I appreciate your diplomacy, Fujimura-sensei.
Then the boy gave the kind of easy smile that only kids can. That simple smile washes away the tension in the room, and people even begin to smile themselves. I think he's not so much a king as a prince. He may be above us, but he has a natural charisma that draws us all up to his level. However, it seems that there's at least one person in class whose mileage varies. I don't like him. Flirting with the teacher already? That arrogant little twerp. Shinji's clearly not happy.
If you have any questions, ask everyone in the class or myself. Come to me first. There's no need to be shy. Yes, I understand. I'm pleased that I will be attending such a good school.
Look, chat, you can see the main characters in the background. Am I imagining things? Just for a second, I thought he shifted his attention toward me. Not toward anyone else. Not even Shinji, who's still bad-mouthing Leo-kun, but to me alone. Yeah, right. There's no way a practically otherworldly person like him would notice bland old me. Evening. The school day ended with nothing else of interest occurring. But that Leo, I can't shake the uneasiness he awoke in my heart. It feels like something awakened within me. Perhaps some sort of Shota fetish, some cogs became aligned. No, I'm just excited because for once something happened. Well, besides what happened yesterday. I should report yesterday's finding to the editor-in-chief.
Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything interesting yesterday? Humu. Hey, Little Red Rooftop vanished before your eyes. If she disappeared, there isn't anything we can do about that.
Nothing we can do? What's with the editor-in-chief's reaction? It's not right. I thought she'd say something like, hey, don't scare me like that. Actually, the problematic part is how nonchalant she is that a person disappeared.
Your next story will be The Mystery of the Courtyard Chapel.
The editor-in-chief keeps talking like nothing happened. She's already on to the next thing. Or should I maybe say something?
Hey, did you know there's a chapel on campus, even though this isn't a mission school? It seems the chapel has been here longer than the school. This is just a rumor, but they say that it's haunted and magic rites are performed there. I'm sending you to investigate. The entrance to the courtyard is on the end of the right side of the first floor hallway.
There he is. Hey, Leo. I heard a familiar voice as we walked down the hallway. It's coming from around the corner.
And there you have it. To summarize, about 30% of the participants have overcome the computer's brainwashing. These individuals now remember who they are. They're all Class A Magi. One girl in particular made quick work of the brainwashing. You might say she's a natural, and therefore more adept than Magi who have been more sheltered. Unlike those domesticated sheep, she's a wild mouflon. Stronger, rarer, wilder. She couldn't even bear to put on the school uniform the other sheep mindlessly wear. As novel as that girl's wildness is, wild things do end up in cages. Still, keep your distance and your guard up.
Ah. The voice coming from in front of the supply room is none other than that of a teacher, Kuzuki. He was speaking politely, almost reverently. However,
this Rin Tosaka, the Harways in Asia have raised some concerns regarding her. She's the daughter of a noble family, which makes her unruly behavior even more unbecoming.
The voice that chimes in to join Kuzuki Sensei's is none other than that of the transfer student, Leo-san. Unlike in class, his voice held a childlike temerity. It seemed like Kuzuki Sensei's words bothered him. She's a failure like the other dropouts, and so she's below your concern.
There's nothing in the world that doesn't concern me, Sensei. More importantly, I wonder what a domesticating being like me can learn from her wild bravery.
There's nothing because you are already perfect. Anything you lack is something the world itself lacks.
It was just a joke. It's been a while since I've been scolded. I think I enjoy it coming from you. In any case, I'll heed your warning about her. So are there any other important happenings?
It's worth noting the assassin sent by those alchemists. I've yet to confirm anything, but no doubt they're lurking about.
Ah, I don't believe I've ever seen how an alchemist fights. Their charms, or their symbols rather, are quite unusual. We have the opportunity now. Aren't you curious, Sensei?
Wait until I've checked out that assassin first. Those are the only ones to watch out for. However, there are others with excellent abilities. A handful of others have passed the prelims besides Rin Tosaka.
Huh. I don't see the rush. I think there's much to be learned from observing this school. I'd like to take my time and enjoy, for instance, the beauty of things like the garden. They seem to employ quite the skilled gardener. You should see the garden too, Kuzuki Sensei. Or rather, Oni-san.
I will respectfully decline. That ends my report.
I see. Too bad.
Then if you need anything else...
It'd be best if we have as little contact with each other as we can. It is unusual for a teacher and a student to meet like this.
I understand. Please, be careful.
Yes, you too, Oni-san.
Following those words, they both disappear, perfectly in sync with each other. I didn't understand what they were saying, but I get the feeling that I shouldn't have been listening. Shouldn't have been listening. Oh. You scared the bejesus out of me. What do you want? Actually, I'm glad you're here. The editor-in-chief asked me to investigate the 7 wonders, but check this out. One of Tsukimihara Academy's 7 wonders is a female ghost who wanders the hallway. The ghost of a foreign girl wanders the 3rd floor. If you respond to her, she'll suck out your soul. Now that you know the details, go investigate it for me. Huh? You think I should just walk around the 3rd floor and do it on my own? No way, man. I really can't handle paranormal stuff. If anyone can take on the case of the wandering ghost on the 3rd floor, it's you. Good luck. Well, maybe you should get off the 3rd floor then. What's that question mark? Once school is over, all traces of humanity disappear. The silence left behind is terrifying. Alone in the midst of this unnerving scene, I suddenly sense a strange presence nearby. It feels like there's someone standing right behind me, staring right at the back of my head. It has to be my imagination. I hear no footsteps, no sounds of breathing. I'm alone here. And yet, the feeling that I'm not alone persists. It must be a hallucination of some kind. What should I do? If it's just my imagination playing tricks on me, then nothing should be there if I turn around and look, right? So what should I do? I turn around and, of course, no one is there. Is what I want to say. However, standing there is what appears to be a young girl. The young girl's appearance is definitely at odds with the surrounding campus. With its massive frills and hooped skirt, her dress is right out of the Victorian era. Combined with her porcelain-like skin, she looks just like a child's doll come to life. It's kind of a relief, but the point is she doesn't seem like she's really even alive. The girl doesn't move a muscle. Just like a doll, just like a corpse, just like a painting, like a wraith. Her eyes, so full of sadness, stare fixedly in my direction. Suddenly, her figure begins to melt away. As she slowly fades into nothingness, the last thing to disappear are her eyes. With that, the strange presence I felt fades away. There's nothing to indicate a girl was ever there. She must be the source of all the wandering girl stories floating around the school. Spooky ghosts! Hey dude, I found a ghost. Oh. Hello. So I was looking at the garden and caught the eye of a stranger, and then they vanished. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I've had a splitting headache ever since. What's up with that?
What do you want, 2nd year? Could you possibly be... No way. Go home, kid. The area around this school hasn't been safe recently.
Kid, I'm like a year younger than you.
Senpai.
Ayaya. Hi, Shinji. I'm sorry, I had to clomp around. Ah, that's strange, even for here. Oh, it's you again. Look, I don't have time to play like you obviously do. Go play reporter or whatever it is friendless little geeks like you do instead of having a life. That was mean. I'm gonna go cry in the corner now.
He meanie. He meanie.
Sensei, why are all these students lying prone on the ground? Uh... The man stands like a black stain, tainting the joyfully multicolored flower beds around him. It's the new teacher, Kuzuki Sensei. But the man standing in front of me isn't acting like a teacher by any stretch of the imagination. The sick malignancy of overbearing aggression fills the air, and then scattered around him are dead bodies of students. Why did you come in here? I'm certain I locked that door. I suppose I'll test you out. His thin lips hardly moved, but in the next instant, I'm bowled over as if struck by an invisible force. Chaotic thoughts bury my brain like endless grains of sand. What happened? Can I move my limbs? Seriously, what was that? Kuzuki-sensei hasn't moved. No one else is nearby. Who? Why? How? My thoughts whirl. My heart races. I see what you are now. It isn't you, I suppose. His voice was a quiet hiss, but I could hear everything he said. This man with cold, inscrutable eyes raises his palm toward me. When I come to, I'm collapsed in the garden. The garden is silent. There's not even a trace of Kuzuki Sensei or of the corpses that had been there. I'm uninjured, though my body aches from laying on the hard ground. The cold sweat that had covered me is gone too. Only the piercing pain in my head remains. Maybe it was just a bad dream. I gulp air and attempt to stand. The ground seems to move under my feet. I'm delusional. Of course the ground isn't moving. I'll give my report to the editor-in-chief tomorrow and just go home for today. Let's go home.